Big man in orange on a bike. Nothing else to talk about here. But today we are back. We're playing ATV Offroad Fury 2. This time we're going to be doing the Pro Supercross. Yay! This is the last of the racing portion of the game. And then we're going to go on to freestyle. We'll get to that later, but we're going to be rocking the Trinity bike again. It's the most overpowered bike in the freaking game. That you can still use in championships nonetheless. So, yeah. That's that. Anyway, here we are on Battle Creek. It's pretty well paced. I mean, nothing really to talk about here. I mean, it's just... it's paced the same way as like the later amateur supercross tracks, but I mean, you gotta start somewhere. Don't want to start like too rough, you know, like in the frickin' Pro Enduro series. Ugh, that was terrible. Anyway, I kind of messed up that section there, so I'm just gonna skip to the next lap and hopefully do this a little better. Take that section a little better. Yeah, for this course in particular, you gotta really get the rhythm sections correctly. Like, land the jumps properly, all that, because you can screw up at any time and the computer opponents will catch up to you without giving you a chance. It's not rubber banding or anything, it's just they're really, really fucking good. That's one of the things I like about this game. At least it's brutally honest with you. I kind of screw up this rhythm section here, but at least I recover from it, so it's worth documenting, you know? No big deal. So, yep. That was Battle Creek. Overall, very good, very well-paced track. That's pretty much it. Anyway, next up is Trenton, which is by far my favorite of the Pro Supercross courses. It's really, really good. It's very distinctive, basically. Like, the rhythm sections are very, very well paced. They're easy to maneuver. You got a lot of tricky sections here. And there's also a tunnel section, too, that's coming up in just a little bit. Not to mention the environment's cool as hell. You got this freaking stadium environment with the arches and everything, and the cauldrons are on fire, too! It's appropriate, too, because it's a night track as well. It's just, it's really, really good. Trenton's a good course. It does give you an early start, though, so, like, your first lap is going to be quicker than the other laps. Simply just because of how awkward the race starts. The awkward start. So, yeah, that's the first lap done, but there's still quite a bit of ground to cover. Well, a very small portion of it anyway, so no big deal, just under this massive jump, then we're back on the main straight, and that's pretty much it for Trenton. Win it no problem. My favorite of the Pro Supercross courses. Anyway, next up is Roanoke. Nothing really to talk about here, except for the fact that the race starts pretty awkwardly. It's just another one of those courses with an awkward start. It does have a decent underground section, though. So it has an underground section that's really fun to take. So yeah. As you can expect with courses like these, the very first lap is going to be your slowest. But it's no big deal anyway because it's the first lap, so that's pretty much it. Yeah, I screw up the freaking rhythm section over there. Like, ugh. I did not like how I took it, but yeah, this is the underground section that I spoke of earlier. It's very high speed. You're guaranteed to pretty much catch up to the pack if you're like falling behind or any of that. You could always rely on that section to get back up to speed. And there's another rhythm section that I completely screw up. Ugh. But whatever. Roanoke. It's an okay track. Not really much else to write home about. But, yeah, that's pretty much it. Now we got Williamsburg. I don't know what to say about this track other than the fact that the course layout reminds me of a freaking airplane. It just reminds me of an airplane. I don't know what it is. Maybe Dex has been freaking flying around on airplanes for an entire decade, so pretty much his aviation trips have caused me to associate this particular course with all the airplanes that he's flown on. I don't know how to explain it. Anyway, the freaking rhythm sections are actually pretty freaking good. You can navigate them no problem. You know, you got really, really interesting course layout. There's not really much else in this course to write home about. You got this neat little under the bridge section, so yeah, Williamsburg. It's a freaking airplane. What more can I say? Next up, we got Prescott, which uses the same arena as Fairbanks, except this course has a very, very unique quirk that the roof actually opens up, like around the halfway mark of the race. But as for the course itself, I think it's kind of generic, honestly. I mean, you got the rhythm sections and everything that are pretty fun to take, but not much else to really write home about. There's also a couple of split sections too that might catch you off guard because of how narrow the course is, but really it's not really eventful. The environment's nice though, don't get me wrong. As you can see, yes, the roof has opened up and now we get a view of the night sky and everything. And there's still a bit of ground to cover. But yeah. Prescott. Next up, we got Lincoln. Frickin' Abraham Lincoln, a frickin' dollar bill and shit. Doesn't help that the course layout reminds me of a dollar bill. I don't know what it is. It could remind me of a currency note, and on the other hand, it like kind of reminds me of the relic symbol from Cyberpunk 2077. Even though that game came out later than this, but yeah. You got this unique bridge section here, so that's another thing you can take in with this environment. It's also a little more darker compared to the other Supercross courses. There's like hardly any lighting around here. Like, I honestly don't see how the freaking audience could see what's going on with how much lighting there is. Like, really screws it up. Anyway, the freaking rhythm sections, the high-speed sections, they're not really that much to write home about. And yeah, I know, I fuck up so badly there. Oh my god, freaking second place. Ugh, I'm better than this. I promise you. Anyway, next up is Ventura, a place that I've actually been to before, even though, based on what I've seen from the town, there actually aren't any big stadiums like this in Ventura. I mean, the closest you'll really get to is frickin' Ventura Raceway, which is off the coast, but it doesn't look anywhere, it doesn't look anything like this, or not even anywhere near identical to what this looks like. We also don't have nearly as many skyscrapers, which is why I'm probably thinking that this is a different Ventura instead of the one in California. I don't know what it is. Could just be Rainbow Studios having next to no knowledge of what cities actually look like, or basically just the limitations of this game engine. Oh my gosh, I almost messed it up. Ah! Freaking hell. I jinxed it. I can only hope I can recoup my losses on the second lap. Okay, and I do. Never mind. I did it! Woohoo! I'm gonna win this race! In what I pretty much consider my home course. Even though I've only ever visited Ventura, like when Dax visited me a couple of years ago. We went to Greek at the harbor. Didn't really eat there, but we did take pictures. Anyway, next up is Kingston. It's a bit of an awkward start, but just by a 10-second margin. No biggie. Anyway, this is the last Supercross course in the game. I needed that. And it's also, surprisingly enough, not the hardest. Ventura was pretty freaking difficult, as was Lincoln, but this is actually a little easier than both of those courses. The Pro Supercross series is not nearly as painful as the Pro Nationals and the Pro Enduro. It's so much more tolerable. The tracks are sophisticated. It's just so much better. It's appropriately paced too. I really enjoyed doing the Pro Supercross races, so yep, another easy win for me because I'm already very familiar with this track. Anyway, before I finish this video, excuse me, I want to show you guys a couple of things that I've discovered with some of the Supercross arenas. Here we are back in Trenton. I want to see if there is a second tunnel section in this particular stadium. Now keep in mind, this is the same stadium in Greenfield, Providence, and Washington. Oh my gosh, looks like there is another underground section. Oh wait, no, this is under the bleachers. What am I doing here? Ah! I literally cannot see shit. I guess I just want to get a better view or something. Yeah. That's what's under the bleachers. Alright, now for the main event. Oh my gosh, looks like there is another underground section. One that goes unused in the entire game. I don't even think to put a tunnel section over here in any of the other Supercross courses that are set in this particular arena. Oh my gosh. Let's see, is there anything under these bleachers? Nope, I guess not. It's not even any surface either. Game design, am I right? I think I'm studying that same subject in school. Okay. Let's see, is there another one over here? Oh, yes, there is, as a matter of fact. I mean, how else would they be able to put a tunnel section in this spot? Alright, that's enough of Trenton. Next up is Kingston. Let's see if this thing has a skybox, because Kingston's roof actually doesn't open up, unlike the other Supercross arena set in the football fields. The indoor football field arena preset. Let's see, does this thing have a skybox, or is it just a... I guess I can't really see it from here. Oh my gosh. Oh shit. It has the daytime skybox. It has the friggin' default daytime skybox. Holy crap. Oh my god. Well, the more you know. Anyway, that'll be it. Thanks for watching, ladies and gents without sense. I'll see you guys next time when we do the freestyles.